There's a street in Harlem that comes alive every Saturday with the sound of music, gospel music. You won't find any church there, just a brownstone full of teenagers and the woman who draws them in. Her name is Vi Higginson, a New York radio personality and theater producer. And 5 years ago, she created something called Gospel for Teens. Never heard of it? Well, we think you'll be glad you did. And if you're thinking that Vi Higginson thought up this program as a way to save the teens, you'd be wrong. She did it to save the music.
The story will continue in a moment.
These are the faces and voices of Gospel for Teens. Kids between the ages of 13 and 19 who gather in Harlem each week from all over New York and New Jersey to study the tradition and the art of singing gospel.
It's uniquely American. It's a story of a people in song.
Hey, bring it up!
Created out of an American experience.
And you are not going to let it die.
No.
This is Vi Higginson's advanced class.
Hey, clap your hands!
But each fall, she brings in a new group, putting out a call for auditions in local papers, on radio, and in churches. She calls them her beginners, and we asked if we could come along.
We'll take the first singer, please.
Yolanda Howard, age 14, had arrived by subway from the Bronx before the mics were even set up.
I was so happy because I was the first person.
Lord, you reign in victory, Jehovah Shalom.
And she brought along her friend, Rhonda Rodriguez, who started off a little shaky.
Were you nervous?
I was really nervous.
Hold on. Move it to this little light of mine.
This little light of mine.
Did you think you had gotten in?
No.
Do they really have to be great in the audition?
Absolutely not. They simply have to carry a tune. We don't expect them to be great. They're teenagers.
Yes.
Of course, great is welcome, too. Vi Higginson's goal is to bring gospel to kids more likely to have been raised on hip-hop.
That's it? Where's the rest of the song?
That's why we have this school.
So she and the teachers she calls music masters, including her own daughter, Noelle, want to accept as many kids as they can. But there were a few who seemed to throw them.
Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore.
Like 16-year-old Gabby Francois.
God of glory.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. I want you to bring it up.
Joyful, joyful, Lord, we adore.
Something about her seemed to puzzle Vi.
I was curious, and I couldn't put my finger on it. What's under the scarf?
My hair, I didn't do it.
Oh, so you can't take it off. What is it? There was something else going on behind the music.
She stopped singing.
Yeah. Part of me wanted to say, is this going to be trouble?
Why didn't you say that?
Something stopped me from saying it. Who's next?
If there was a star of this audition, it would be 14-year-old David Moses from Brooklyn, who walked in just before the audition ended.
Sing grace.
David sings in his church choir. He knew the song all the way through.
The sound. It fills me with a lot of joy when I sing, so I just sing.
All the time?
I just sing, yes.
Walking down the street, in the shower,
yes.
Doing homework.
Yes.
David had heard about Gospel for Teens from a friend and thought that his dad was going to drive him to Harlem that day.
He said, listen, Dad, you're going to take me to the audition? I said, what audition?
We actually forgot about it.
They forgot?
They actually forgot about the audition.
So they asked a friend to take David and hold up a cell phone during his audition so they could listen in.
I first
My son was singing, the place was going crazy. Let me tell you, the next week, I made sure Daddy and Mommy was bringing him back to class.
I want to formally welcome you.
And that next Saturday, there they were, the 46 kids Vi chose as her new beginners class.
It's David, I'm 14, I'm from Brooklyn.
Including Yolanda Howard, her friend Rhonda Rodriguez, who thought she wouldn't get in, and Gabby Francois, this time without the scarf. Vi had decided to give her a chance.
We're learning the music of gospel as an art form.
Vi scrapes together the money for this program from grants, small donations, and ticket sales. She insists that the kids learn to sing gospel for free.
I want you to begin to shake your hands. Shake. Shake.
Why shaking before singing? It's part warm-up, part message.
Okay? Now I want you to stomp your feet.
Leave everything but the music outside the door.
Any worry, any pain, any problem with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, the dog, the boyfriend, I want that out now of your consciousness. That's your baggage. Leave the bags outside because this time is for you.
You feel all their troubles going.
I feel it. I see it. The next thing you know, I see a smile. And I know that's when they're ready. And I'll make them shake until I get it.
I have. Good.
And then music master Greg Kelly started working his magic.
To worship him. Try that.
I have come into the Lord's house to worship him.
And I'm going, whoa, this group's a little extra. They had a little spark.
By the end of their first lesson, a single 2-hour class, this group of 46 strangers had learned not one, but 3 songs, each in 3-part harmony.
Wow! First day of school!
But a few weeks later,
Everybody all at once.
we were surprised to find Vi coaching the kids not on a challenging piece of music, but on something you'd think would be easy, saying their names.
Yolanda Howard, Bronx 14.
It's an exercise she developed after the first auditions for Gospel for Teens, when she could barely hear the kids introduce themselves. And it troubled her.
They were mumbling and they were saying it under their breath, and I just, this is terrible.
Hammer Castle, New York City.
To have those little teeny voices that you can't hear is almost to say, I'm ashamed.
I'm ashamed of who I am and where I come from. No.
Kristen Poston, 15, Brooklyn, New York. Vanity Stubbs, 16, Brooklyn, New York.
This wasn't the first time Gabby Francois had drawn attention.
Did any of the music masters come to you and talk to you about Gabby?
Yeah.
Slouching?
Chewing gum, slouching, watching, not singing. That can't go like that. Say it again.
So during the next break, Vi was in there trying to draw Gabby out.
Come on! Come on! Come on, come on! Come on, come on! No, you!
I said it.
And that was just the beginning of the drama in the room that day.
Jordan Taylor, 14, Harlem, New York. Yolanda Rodriguez. Take a deep breath.
Come on, support her!
She broke down.
She broke down.
You want to do it later? You want to do it later? She wants to do it later. But you coming back.
At that point, did you know anything about what her personal life was like?
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing. Only what was presented in front of me. I saw her tears. I saw her eyes. I saw her nervousness about saying her name.
Yolanda Rodriguez, 15, Bronx, New York. Okay. All right. We'll work with it next week, okay?
Vi started Gospel for Teens with the clear idea of leaving all the baggage at the door. But as she has learned, and as we saw, sometimes it creeps back in.
It's gonna be all right.
We wondered about Rhonda's life outside this place. What might make the simple act of saying her name feel so overwhelming? And when we asked, it led us here to one of the toughest parts of New York City, the South Bronx, where Rhonda is being raised by Carmen Rivera.
So you are not her mother.
No, ma'am.
Are you her grandmother?
No.
She's her grandmother's mother.
You're her great-grandmother.
Yes. Oh, go girl.
And she's had Rhonda since she was a baby.
Do you know your mother?
Yeah, I know my mother.
Is she in your life?
No, she comes around like probably twice or 3 times a year.
That's painful.
Yeah. It's been happening all my life, so I'm pretty much used to it, so.
And she's not alone. It turns out that the entire building where Rhonda lives is set aside for kids being raised by grandparents.
That's the place I was telling you about.
Rhonda's friend Yolanda, who had been the first to audition, lives 2 floors up with her great-aunt, Melvinia Smith. Yolanda met her father for the first time ever just last year.
He came to my house and he told his big elaborate tale about, I'm here for you. He gave her $20 and I'll be back on Sunday to take you to the movie. She stayed home from church that Sunday waiting for him. He never showed up and it's been a year ago.
I mean, I forgive him because it wasn't his fault.
What wasn't his fault?
Because he had to work. That was his excuse.
So you wrote a song about it?
Yes.
Can you sing it for us?
I love to. All right. Even though I may not know you, I suppose. Even though I kinda miss you, that I know.
We are women. We can take the mother place, but we can't take the father place. Where is he?
Oh, Daddy, Daddy, Father, where were you when I needed you the most? Daddy, Daddy, Father, where were you? And where are you now?
That is unbelievable. You're smiling and I'm not. Why do you say you forgive him? I don't forgive him. I don't. You're a child.
Yes.
But up on stage, 4 months into this program, Yolanda Howard was not a girl struggling with an absent father. She was one of the 40 kids stomping and clapping and singing their hearts out in the first gospel music competition Gospel for Teens had ever entered.
They tore that up. I'm sorry. They tore that stage up.
Our grand prize winner, Gospel for Teens from Harlem, USA.
I just wanted to hug them. I wanted them to see what it feels like to win.
And this is where the story should end, shouldn't it? But life is sometimes more complicated.
Oh my God.
As we discovered as the Gospel for Teens beginners moved into their second semester, which you will see when we come back.